35% of people that wear barefoot shoes like these quit because they don't understand the reality of transitioning into barefoot shoes. And you don't want to quit because the pros of this type of shoe far outweigh the cons. So I'm going to show you 4 no equipment exercises that will make the transition easier, making you the ultimate barefoot athlete. Let's go. Exercise number 1 is the bent and straight knee calf raises. Now, bending your knee like this lets you tap into your soleus, while locking them out gets more into the gastrocnemius, with both of these also strengthening the tendons and ligaments in and around your ankle joint, like the Achilles tendon. That's important because as you walk and run, you only ever work in your ankle joint through a partial range of motion. To stay injury-free, you need to develop strength through a full range of motion, which this exercise lets you do. As a barefoot beginner, aim for 10 reps of each at body weight and use stairs to get the same range of motion. If you're a barefoot veteran, try doing them one leg at a time and doubling the reps. And if you need to make it easier, do a 10-second isometric in the top position and the bottom position instead. Exercise 2 is the tibialis raise, and this balances out all the work that you've just done on your calves. Now, your tib muscle, it's not very sexy, it's not very obvious, but it is what's responsible for pulling your toes up and out of the way of rocks while you're running, and what causes a lot of issues with shin splints. Training the tibialis with body weight raises like these has a huge impact on knee and foot health. Now, there's a number of different ways that you can train the tibialis, including sitting on your back with your hips against the wall, using a homemade PVC pipe construction, or even while you're just sitting down typing at your desk. Exercise number 3 is the ATG split squat. This is rocket fuel for our knees, and its success again stems from working your body through a very full and complete range of motion, something that we don't really do enough of in the Western world. This exercise puts a lot of demand on our quadriceps, which plays a pretty huge role in slowing our descents when we're walking or running down a hill. The cue to think about for this movement is to keep the chest upright while allowing the knee to progress as far as possible in front of the toe before your heel starts lifting. Now, this is going to have the added benefit of working your ankle through a very full and complete range of motion. And while it might feel a little bit uncomfortable at first, it will help unlock new ankle range, which then opens up movements like a deep squat in future. Important to remember on this exercise is that gravity is actually your enemy, so start practicing this movement like I am with your foot elevated on a bench or a box, and then start getting comfortable bringing the foot down towards floor height before adding load. Exercise 4 is the Jefferson curl. Now, the back of your body is responsible for the majority of your force production. So much so that we have a phrase that we like to remind our athletes of, and that is that the front gets you laid, but the back gets you paid. And even though it's our powerhouse, strength through range still applies here. Before loading a Jefferson curl, you want to make sure that you have movement mastery. So start off by practicing elevated elephant walks for 20 repetitions. If that feels comfortable, lower the height until your hands are on the floor. And then from that point, you can start experimenting with unloaded Jeffersons before applying load. The cue should be to try unfurling your spine vertebrae by vertebrae, and you should move as slowly as you need to, stopping wherever you feel a sticking point or tightness before continuing down. When you get to the bottom of the rep, take 2, maybe 3 deep breaths before you then roll yourself back up to standing. Doing that is going to help strengthen and lengthen the glutes, the hamstrings, and lower back, with both weaknesses and posture able to be corrected with the Jefferson curl and proper core training. Are there more exercises to do? Absolutely. So make sure you subscribe to the channel to stay up to speed as we release more videos like these. Let me know what you think of these exercises in the comment section down below this video. And if we've inspired you to transition to barefoot shoes, make sure to check out our barefoot transition guide up here. Otherwise, thanks for watching. See you again soon.